Hello everyone, welcome to the #1 Divine Intervention virtual event, the D.I.V.E Social-Summit for short. So if you are new to D.I.V.E live online, my name is Iona Meade, your big vision and mission purposepreneur and founder of the Soul Speakers Academy. So I have brought together 49 soul speakers, guest experts from all over the world for you. And together we'll be sharing soul-inspired, intuitive business, lifestyle, and marketing strategies for purpose-driven business owners. So throughout the 49 days of the Social Summit, I'll bring each of my guest experts into the Soul Speaker Spotlight to share not only their free gift with you, but their soul-inspired strategy for the day. So we know that the universe brings us what it is that we need. So hopefully this will be coming to you with divine flow, in divine timing, and with divine energy. So we're gonna connect with you. Hopefully you'll find this interview really useful, and we want to continue on the conversation, and you'll be able to connect with myself, my guests, and all of the like-minded attendees in the Soul Speakers Facebook tribe. So we have about 20 minutes together today, and also for the D.I.V.E Social Summit, I have my bonus training. So you'll want to hop onto the link that I'll put around this interview and come into the Social Summit if you haven't already. So I'm going to welcome my very special guest. I'm really excited to welcome Brenda Pearce. Hi, Brenda. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Hi, Iona. Hi, everyone. It's wonderful to be with you today.
Thank you so much. So Brenda, let me give you a warm introduction. So Brenda Pearce is an RN with flair. She's branched beyond her nursing career, thank goodness, to become a best-selling author, integrative health practitioner, sorry Brenda, an online broadcaster of E-Factor Radio, an online demand network. So guys, if you have any questions for Brenda, do leave them below. Again, come and continue on the conversation. So Brenda, before we get into your soul-inspired strategy for today, can you share with our audience and give a better introduction than I do of where you are, why you're doing what you're doing in the world, and how that unfolded for you?
Oh, well, yeah, gladly. I have been a nurse now for over 3 decades. So that's a lot of working shift and weekends and holidays and missed family events. And it's been a rewarding career because I've seen a lot of life happen and a lot of life end. And my focus over the last couple of years has been that dash, that space in between the beginnings and the endings. And how can we take nursing to a new level and help other people to understand that there's a whole new world out there, and the multimedia world is definitely a place to be. And so a couple of years ago when divorce happened, the big D, lots of times when the Ds happen in our life, like death and divorce and disease, we really start to pause and focus on what our life really means. And so when I had that pause, I actually sat down and went, how can I reinvent myself? I have this opening, and it's not a closing. It is a closing of one type, but opening to a whole new world of possibilities. And so I took my love of teleseminars and took some training and presented the Healthy, Wealthy Evolution. And I was bitten and smitten with what the online world could offer. And I was connected with a lot of amazing online people. And as such, opportunities and invitations came to me from doing the teleseminar world. And my life really has changed since then. I've been invited to be part of a couple of books and write compilation chapters for those books. And part of a book launch that's coming up very soon in early December, which I'm excited about, with the Embraced by the Divine book series with Michelle Meyer and women from around the world. And I also got the bug to go on to various forms of online broadcasting, which is really an excellent way to get your message out there in the global community. And taking my love of healthcare and integrative healthcare and biofield therapies and making some amazing connections, I've been able to create an online multimedia network, which is efactorlive.com. I've been able to speak at international events and, just grow and prosper and teach other people about online media and how to get their voice out there in many magnificent ways.
Wow, thank you so much for that beautiful introduction. And I won't try and say that word again.
No worries.
Thank you. And I love that you say that it was a new opening, you know, for you with the D's, and I have had that, not the disease piece, but the death and the divorce, and I love that you've actually taken that circumstance and that happening in your life and said, actually, what is it that I can be doing now? You know, it does make you pause and think, what is it that I'm doing, and what do I want my life to look and feel like? So we're blessed with certain things that happen in our life if we choose to. And you sound like you've done such an array of things online. And I know that, you know, your work as an RN has brought you to kind of integrate what you're doing today. You touch on that a little bit about the E factor and co-authoring in the books. Can you tell us how you use, I know that you are into Reiki and bringing that as part of your gifts into the world. And I know that that's what you're going to share in your freebie, which I'll introduce in a moment. But how did you kind of get into that side of things, from nursing and Reiki and all that great stuff?
Well, you know, Einstein said that energy cannot be created nor destroyed. And the other thing is, what is the definition of insanity? Is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different outcome. Yeah. So 13 years ago, I was introduced to Reiki at my place of work. At that time, I was working at the local hospital, and a palliative care person who was going around doing this therapy without us understanding anything about it caused a lot of curiosity. And so when she followed me down to the break room and did a 3-minute hands-on session, my life has changed ever since then. And it led to a whole world of discovery of the science behind these biofield therapies, how they work, how everyone is a healer, and how then I started doing Reiki sessions and training and all this sort of thing for people in my locality. But then understanding that Reiki cannot be, is an energy therapy, and we're all energy. And I started incorporating doing some Reiki sessions in my teleseminar with the tribe, and found that I was able to cause an effect, you know, through my intention and use of our telephone or Skype or whatever media we use to be able to help affect other people around the world. And as such, then I thought, well, let's take Reiki a step further. I found out I can actually do Reiki attunements through Skype and train people across the world into level 1, level 2 Reiki training, which is wonderful, you know, and very impactful. Mm-hmm. So taking nursing to that whole new level has been really amazing. Mm-hmm. And then now I've created a product, and that is that Reiki can be embedded into multimedia streams. And as such, I've created a free gift, which we're offering here today. And also being able to help people with my other programs of the 5 days of distance Reiki and the 28 days of distance Reiki. So when we raise the vibe of humanity, which is like putting jumper cables from a live battery to a dead car battery, and turning on the ignition, which is the flow of energy that is all around us, and having that connection energetically with another person or persons around the world, we're actually able to create cause and effect that is life-changing and life-sustaining. Yeah. So I'm just absolutely blown away with the possibilities and thrilled to be able to bring this forward to your tribe and anyone who finds this message.
Oh, thank you so much, Brenda. I really appreciate that. And you touched on your free gift, which is the free gift for Reiki. And you talk about Reiki being known as that universal life force. So if you are new to Reiki, then you'll get some real insights and some shifts on how that can impact you. So again, I will put the link for that around this interview. So you have full permission to multitask and get Brenda's freebie gift, because the value of it is priceless, and it's just the beginning. As Brenda said, you know, it's just that step of maybe that introduction. And if you know the power of Reiki, or if you've heard of it and you kind of like, oh, okay, well, what is that? How will that help me? Then Brenda's free gift is really going to help you. And Brenda, you talk about if people are looking to gain that balance in their life, and you talk about that pain, fear, and anxiety in particular. Can you share a little bit more about that, please?
Absolutely. So, as Iona has mentioned, is the Japanese words for universal life force energy. And if you understand that energy is a free flow all around us, we're ions, we're electrical, magnetically charged particles, and as such, Reiki breaks through the pain, fear, anxiety triangle that often exists in our life and actually holds us back. So Reiki is the free gift is an MP3 meditation journey that will guide you through. It's a 20-minute experience, and really does not impinge on any religious thoughts or spiritual thoughts, but is tapping into the free flow, which is all around us. And breaking through the pain, fear, anxiety can open you up to greater possibilities, opportunities, and maybe change your life even just a little bit. Even just
Yeah.
a little bit of a change will change everything around you. Trust me, I know.
Yeah, I love that, and I've listened to it. I've listened to the MP3, and just having that quiet space to go through that process. So, what are the kind of benefits? I know that you talk about feeling relaxed. So, for somebody who is feeling kind of stressed out, maybe, or what kind of benefits will they have as a result, or problems are you addressing with that free gift? Who's it for? Who's it really ideal for?
Really, it's perfect for anyone. You can play it in the background very quietly, and it will change the flow of energy in the environment. Relationships may change. There's no guarantees, obviously,
Yeah,
but anybody who's looking for change,
yeah,
even if it's in your finances, if it's in your sleep, if it's in your health, if it's in your relationships around you, anything that has fear, pain, or anxiety attached to it, even chronic pain responds to it. There is a somatic effect that happens, which is called the relaxation response. And this is really cool. That is a medical coined term. And I have done it where in one-on-one sessions where somebody will come to me and say, I've got a migraine, or I'm feeling really, I've done blood pressures, pre
yeah.
and post treatments. And oftentimes what will happen is blood pressures will go down or normalize. Headaches will go away. So physical tension. So that relates into the pain, fear, anxiety, and
Yeah.
stress. So anybody can really benefit from this, and I'm pleased that that it is universal.
Oh, thank you so much, Brenda. I appreciate that. So, guys, whatever it is that you have experienced or you've been putting up with and thinking this is the way that it has to be for me, maybe not. So, do try it out. Let us know how you find it. Come and ask Brenda any questions. Just set a little time aside to do that for yourself. And I know, Brenda, that you're saying that once you go through it once, you can go through it and reuse it at any point that you need it, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, cool. So, Brenda, if so we're going to go through the soul inspired strategy for today, and the idea behind that is just, I know that you're giving practical tools, and each of our guests are contributing to the freebie, but that's soul inspired strategy, so our audience can feel their way through their life marketing and their business. Can you share your soul inspired strategy?
My soul inspired strategy is, connect with somebody that can help you get your voice out. Your voice means something in this world. Do not play small.
Yeah.
For a long time, I did. And I was feeling like I was running around catching the rain as it was falling down with a little bucket and not doing a very good job. But
Wow.
once I took charge of my own well-being and understanding that we are more than this flesh and bones that you see, and that multiple streams of income is a wonderful way of also creating that financial wherewithal, soul-inspired strategy, and connecting with somebody who can help you create those multiple streams of income is definitely the way to go.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I love that Reiki is so universal and that you do touch on. And that's why we've created the Divine Intervention virtual event, isn't it? It's that divine guidance. You're here for a reason. And just seeing a new way, a new possibility. And if you love what Brenda is sharing, which I'm sure you will, you will be able to dive a little bit deeper with Brenda. So Brenda, before we kind of wrap up with the interview, and I will ask you if you have anything to add at the end, if you are here, guys, on Brenda's feature day, again, do come over and continue the conversation. If you've experienced Reiki, if you have pain in any way, if you've experienced that fear or anxiety around whatever it is in your life, and Brenda talks about getting your message out there and creating those multiple income streams. If you've got that fear around, you know, am I good enough? Am I worthy? You know, can I attract the money? Can I get my message out there? Anything in relationships, because guaranteed if something's holding you back energetically in one area, then it filters out in other areas of your life. So we do invite you to do that. So again, you'll be able to come over into the Facebook group. And really the idea behind the Social Summit is to not ask you to pay for the replays of the interview or not shut down access to the freebies. You have lifetime access to those. And we're not going to ask you to pay for those, but we do believe in providing transformation. And if you are somebody that wants to provide that transformation in the world and get your message out there and create those multiple income streams, we know that that transformation begins one person at a time, and that person begins with you, right? So we are inviting you to dive deeper. And if you love what Brenda is sharing, she's contributing an additional gift to my Uber giveaway, as with all of my 49 soul speakers. So I'm opening up my bonus training throughout the Social Summit and talking about getting your message out there on hangouts, virtual events, summits, and radio. So if you want to experience just that new level and just take those blocks out of the way, then you're going to love that. You're getting into inspired action. So Brenda, before we do wrap up and respect everybody's time, is there anything else that you'd like to add just to sum up today?
Absolutely. I just want to share that you are loved and you are loved. You are blessed and you are a blessing. So loving yourself first is very important to receiving the love that you so deserve from everything and everyone around you. And it is possible. Do not be afraid to smile at yourself or give yourself a hug. When you pass the mirror, look in the mirror and say, I love you. And the world will change around you.
Oh, that is so beautiful. Thank you. And I've done that. I've done that. Well, you know, years and years ago, I think it was Brian Tracy was saying, you know, I love myself. I love myself. And, you know, it feels a little bit weird at first. But yeah, that is such a really nice thing to end our interview on. So thank you again, Brenda, for coming to the D.I.V.E Social Summit, bringing your free Reiki gift. Again, do go and get that. Do continue on the conversation with us. It's really important that if you are experiencing that pain, fear, and anxiety, that you actually address it in a really natural way and in a way that's going to be long lasting and really, really powerful, because that's what Brenda's all about, just going to the core of whatever it is that you are experiencing and resolving that for yourself. So I look forward to seeing you in the next interview as I bring more soul speakers to share soul-inspired, intuitive business, lifestyle, and marketing strategies for purpose-driven business owners. So that's it for today. And this is Iona Meade signing off, saying I'll see you over at www.diveliveonline. Take care.